Good morning, Your Majesties. Welcome back to my channel. Happy day 15 of princmess. I have a story time for you guys. So this story is called, it's not a Christmas story. I mean, it's called Patient. So here it goes. It goes, have you ever been to a hospital that gives you the creeps? Like you think there's a ghost of some sort? Well, today I'm telling you a story and it's true. This is about me and visiting an old hospital where my grandma's been for a month. She had breast cancer and has been hooked on life support, and I had to go see her. When I heard about this last month, I was devastated because she has been there all my life. So I needed to see her, but I've been very busy being a college student and all. But when I got to the hospital, there was something odd, like some kind of devil. But I had to hurry because I had a date in a couple of hours. I found my grandma's room and she was hooked to a machine and was breathing heavily. I said hello to her and she looked at me and smiled and asked me, "What are you doing here?" I told her I was wondering how she was doing. She said in a small, quiet voice, "I've been doing well except the boy." I looked at her in confusion. I asked her what this boy was. She said, "The boy who keeps watching me." I got a little chill in my spine. After she said that, she said, "A nurse told me about a boy who was in this exact hospital, wasn't doing good. He was in for 2 years." I was shocked at amount of time the boy has been in this crummy hospital. He had, I was shocked at amount of the time this boy has been in this crummy hospital. Okay. He had an unknown disease in his eye and was researched by the many doctors and professors. They kept wondering what was wrong with the boy, but they noticed that the same disease spread to many other patients, so they decided to kill the boy. What? The boy's parents were devastated and moved away, not saying anything about their son. After she told the story, I was sad to think how much that boy has suffered. It was almost time to go, and I said goodbye to my grandma. And before I opened the door, she whispered disease. I freaked out a little to hear that word. I don't know why, but it made me scared. I laughed a little and she did too. When I left the room, something strange happened. When I left the room, something strange happened. The hallways were clear and I couldn't hear anything, not even the beeping sounds on the machine. I got a little scared and got a text message, and it was my date. She said, "Where are you?" I looked at the time and I had to hurry. I guess I have to be a little late. But then the unspeakable happened. I froze in place and saw a boy. He had black hair that was covered in his hair and was wearing a hospital uniform. He didn't have pants on and was holding a pole and was holding onto a pole. It was a hospital tool. Sorry, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's an IV pole. That's what it is. But then he looked at me. I then saw that one of his eyes were missing. It then reminded me of the story my grandma told. I then freaked out and ran to the door. I tried, but it wouldn't open. I was starting to freak out and screamed for help. But when I turned around, opening it, he was there just staring at me and asked, "Where are you going?" I told him I needed to hurry and get home, but he grabbed my arm and told me, "No, you're going to stay here and help me spread the virus." What? He gave me a look at the weirdest smile I've ever seen in my life. I then punched him in the face. I started to run and tried to get help. This was no ordinary boy. I ran into my grandma's room and screamed in shock to see her like this. One of her eyes were gone. One of her eyes gone, and her stomach ripped open and blood was pouring out like a fountain. What? She was dead. I had tears in my eyes and ran out seeing the boy stare at my grandma's corpse and laughed and said and said the virus has spread, hasn't it? I wanted to kill that little. I charged at him, wanting to kill the bastard, but he disappeared. I then heard him giggling in the other room, seeing him standing in front of a little girl, seeing her head chopped off by a butcher knife. Oh my gosh. He did it. There was blood dripping from his fingertips. And he said, "You want to play? Okay, Chucky." He then vanished into thin air. He was playing with me. I wanted to follow him. My curiosity got the best of me. I went to the cafeteria, saw that the plates were filled with random body parts, which made me barf all over the floor. I was seriously grossed out by seeing the body parts. It reminded me of a horror movie. Then I saw him taking one of the parts on the tray. It was an eyeball. It then ate it. He ate it? What? This made me even sicker. I thought, what the hell is wrong with him? I was scared, but then he teleported in front of me and he broke my arm, screaming in pain. He asked, "How do you feel to be in pain, to be suffering? How do you like it?" He then screamed and it made my ears bleed. I ran away trying to escape this madness, but then he jumped on me, eating my flesh. I was screaming in pain and he said as I was slowly dying, "You now know, you now know." As he smiled at me, I died, or I thought I did. I woke up on the hospital bed confused. I asked what happened. The nurse said, "You had a heart attack in the building, so we took you into the emergency room and stopped it." I then remembered about the boy. I asked her about the strange boy, and she responded and said, in 1982, there was a boy who was said to be spawn of Satan or to destroy the world. So he was put in the hospital. He was then killed. He was then killed 2 years later. We called him patient. I then asked how my grandma was doing. The nurse said, "It says in your family records she died in 1984. Wow. That was kind of a lot, huh? Don't you guys think? Anyway, have you guys heard this story? Let me know down below. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart and the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.